Hi, Alan here from RVAcrossAmerica.net, and this post will be found at RVAcrossAmerica.net /buying an RV 2021. That's BUYING and RV, ANRV 2021. And that's what I'll be talking about. But I want to share a couple of things with you first. I'm up here in Brush, Colorado. That's northeastern Colorado. Made quite a bit of progress since leaving Dalhart, Texas. Spent about a week in Dalhart. It's northwestern panhandle of Texas. It was in the 40s all week, pretty much. We had one day up to 80 degrees, and then it just dropped right down. And there was even a slight touch of snowflakes coming down mixed with rain one morning. And it's a nice place. You know, it's the high plains of North Texas, the southern plains. But I was happy to move on. After spending 7+ months in Texas, I am now back in Mountain Time and back in the Intermountain West. I did it by crossing the Oklahoma Panhandle, which, if you're not familiar, is only about 35 miles wide. I went this way, actually northeast, across the panhandle of Oklahoma, still crossed it in less than an hour, and landed in first Liberal, Kansas. It's not. And then Dodge City. I decided to stop off in Dodge City for a couple days. Yeah, that Dodge City. And it's a hoot, especially the museum complex. It's not just a museum building. They've actually recreated Front Street, which is what Dodge City was known for. And I'm going to put a report together on that because Dodge City is interesting. The original Front Street no longer exists. It burned down in 1885. And there were a lot of things that happened in around 1885 that changed Dodge forever. So the Wider, the Bat Masterson, and everything else that you've heard about with Dodge City, that was prior, and that was for a brief period. Anyway, after leaving Dodge, I scooted west. I was going to stay in Holly, Colorado, but their RV park, it's a town RV park, was just not really stable. I don't want to badmouth the town. Seems like a nice little place, but don't count on the Holly RV park. I landed in Lamar, nice place there, Sundance, then up to Lyman, and now up to Brush in their municipal campground. Be here for a few days, and well, we'll see from there. Anyway, and I'm up to some things, but I don't want to tell you just what yet. So, it's interesting today, though. We have some rain moving into the area, and it could be quite a bit of rain. It could be actually 2 to 3 inches between this afternoon and tonight, which for an area of the country that gets maybe 15, maybe 20 inches a year, that's a lot of rain. So with my new roof, I'll certainly invite you to go to RVAcrossAmerica.net and you can look into what my new roof is all about. Just had a new roof put on. We'll find out how that holds up. I'm quite confident it'll be just fine. And other than that, I'm looking forward to a nice rainy afternoon and evening in the camper. It'll be relaxing, and I'm making a video for you, and a few other things going on the computer. And my Concierge RV business is banging, and got a lot of people that are reaching out, and a lot of things happening. And that's why I'm reaching out on this video, because the RV industry, the RV business in this spring is like nothing I've ever seen before. I was just on the phone with the salesman looking for one of my clients, and we're looking for a travel trailer. And we're both commenting on how this is unprecedented, and it seems to be intensifying. He actually relayed that there were a couple of customers at his store that got into it and almost ended up in a fist fight over a camper. Who's going to get to put the deposit down on the camper, and who's going to own it. It's crazy. And I had another conversation that was just beyond belief on a leisure travel van, and it's in my post, which again is at RVAcrossAmerica.net /buying an RV 2021. You will not believe how this conversation went. It's not like every conversation I have, but it's indicative of just how tight the market is. So you're going to find a lot of information over there. I will tell you, that my advice to my clients is when we find something, we negotiate the best deal we can and put a deposit on it. Lock it in. It's the only way to go. I will also tell you that the bad actors in the industry, and there are many, with my clients, I get into specifics as to which manufacturers to avoid, and it's different depending on each type of camper that you're looking at. But I get into the manufacturers to avoid, and those same manufacturers have gotten worse. And a lot of that is because of staffing issues. It's hard to find people that are going to work and actually work well. It's also due to parts issues. Parts have become short in supply, and many manufacturers have had to substitute one part for another in order to get the camper out of the factory and over to a dealer. And that's also caused prices to increase. There's been a few price increases through many of the manufacturers. So if you were in the market a year and a half ago, and you go back into the market and you're looking at the same XYZ camper that you were looking at a year and a half ago, you're likely to find that it has gone up in price. And a lot of that is because of parts costs and shipping costs. So we've got two issues going on at once. Bottom line, if you are looking, if you want to reach out to me, that's fine. There's links in the post. I am doing my best for my clients and making sure that not only do they get the best price, but they get something of quality and they know what to look for to check for any deficiencies in the construction process. So catch it before you actually pay for it. If you're going to do it on your own, be very, very careful. And as far as I can tell, this is going to continue for the foreseeable future. Which I would define as a matter of weeks or a month or two. I can't see further into the future. I can't predict what condition the RV sales market is going to be in, let's say after July or August, simply because there are a lot of economic variables that put it out of predictability. And it's going to make it interesting, I'll tell you that. In my post, one of the sections is called "These Could Be the Good Old Days." So this might be the best time to do this. On the other hand, I could be wrong. So anyway, Alan here, rvacrossamerica.net/buying an RV 2021. I share my insights. I share specifics with you over on the post. And you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're seeing this. And you take care. All right, and I love to hear from you, by the way, and give this video a thumbs up, and feel free to join my newsletter so that you receive notice of new posts when they come up. Okay, thanks much. Hey, you have a good day.